friends. Hello, the world. Welcome to this episode of Tools for Transitioning Humanitarians. And here is another tool that I want to present to you so that you have more options to think about in terms of lifestyle choices. And the topic today will be the lifestyle choices and what choices we have available, and also how does it feel to be in those lifestyles, and what's actually getting us from one lifestyle to another one. In other words, how do we transition from one to another one if we choose to? And how can we master that? Because remember, this podcast is all about how we can use the tools that we already have within us to achieve the goals that we want to, right? So that's why I noticed this problem that I have been seeing so often in my clients, in my amazing humanitarian clients. And the problem is that we believe to be there's only one lifestyle choice, which is a usual repetitive lifestyle. And I will explain what that means in a minute. But because we think that that's the only thing available to us most of the time, that's why we don't really consider other lifestyle options available to us. Or even if we consider, we find them far ahead into the future or like so high up that we can't really attain it. And therefore, we just stick to that lifestyle that we know. And that lifestyle that I'm talking about is the repetitive one. And when I say repetitive, what I really mean is that we have like one career going on for ourselves, which is a humanitarian career oftentimes, right? And then we think of it all and be it all. And then we would love to have more time with our loved ones or create families or find the love of our lives or doing other things and dedicating our time to other things. But because we believe that this is the only thing that we can do, or because we believe that if we leave this work, we can't really find anything else. And this is the only lifestyle that's available to us because we have been in this for so long. We don't really know how to get somewhere else, how to transfer our skills, or we believe that our skills are not really required anywhere else. And therefore, we just stick to improving that lifestyle more and more, meaning that we get some promotions, we get maybe we turn from national to international positions, or we get to consultant positions. Basically, the idea of the repetitive lifestyle is that we have an area that we decided that this is all what we can do, and then we just keep incrementally improving it, even though we would love to spend more time with our loved ones, we would love to spend more time with other, dedicate our time to something else, but we're not doing it because we don't really believe that we can have both of them together. So we believe that either we can only dedicate time to, for instance, maybe for some of us it's not the job, but maybe for some of us it's like the family, and therefore we can't really have a fulfilling and impactful and career-driven work. We can't really have it both, so that's why we just stick to repeating that rinse and repeat, and then having like here and there jobs, and then not really working on both at the same time. Right? Does that sound familiar to you? Because that's the most of the questions that my clients come to me saying that I would like to now have this as well, whatever that this is, right? So that's why I really want them to consider two other lifestyles that I will be presenting to you, and I would love to present to you two here as well, so you have more options to consider before even making a decision to stay in that lifestyle. Now, the other two that I want to present to you may sound like very much out of your reach. So that's why many of us have the tendency to discount it very easily or to say why it won't work or how it won't work. And that's why before you do that to yourself, allow me to present it to you and also what is standing in the way of you going from that repetitive lifestyle to the other two that I will be explaining. And then I would love to invite you to give yourself a chance to also try this out and also get coached by me so that we can get yourself to start looking at other options available, even though at the moment you might be very convinced that you can only have this repetitive lifestyle. So the other two that I want to present is one is the lifestyle that I'm calling it living the exact life I want to. That's I don't know, that's how I'm titling it. And then if we get even more creative or if we get even more enthusiastic, ambitious, we can even go to the next level of that lifestyle, which is living the life beyond our wildest dreams. When I say this, even the title might be already for you sounding like, oh my God, I don't think that I can even go that far. I don't think I can have the exact life that I really want to. And if you're that person, ask yourself, why not? Why do we decide that all we can do is this repetitive thing that we've been doing, even though maybe many of us are not even wanting to repeat that thing? Right? But we keep doing it because we feel like we don't have any other options. But I want to be the person who advocates on all the options available to you. I'm just summarizing these two other lifestyles in the way that maybe sounds very like understandable to you because there could be so many different lifestyles that you can choose from, but you are not choosing other lifestyles because of that feeling. And as simplistic as it may sound, it is as simple as that as well in terms of explaining it, but it may be challenging to do it, right? It may be very easy for me to explain, but it may be challenging to do it because there are certain feelings that we don't want to be feeling at any time, let alone feeling it regularly. And the irony is that because we are avoiding those feelings, because we're avoiding to feel those feelings, we tend to keep feeling them in the repetitive lifestyle all the time. So let me illustrate by an example so you can see what I mean. So I talk about different clients of mine so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So one of the clients, she has been in this humanitarian world for quite some time. I think over 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. And she has been in that world and she doesn't dislike it. She wants to grow and she wants to do more things. But she also would love to have her own family and relationships and all the things also going in together, right? And that's a very common thing to do. But because she thought that she had the difficult divorce, difficult past before, she was afraid of feeling disappointment. She was afraid of feeling that things won't work out again. And therefore, she decided that she will just focus on the work. She will not allow herself to think about the future or to think about what she wants to really have in her life because of the feeling of fearing disappointment, fearing that things won't work out because it didn't in the past, right? Therefore, you see what I'm saying is that because she wanted to avoid that feeling of disappointment in having the work and family life together, she just decided to focus on that, and she was delaying looking at other areas of her life for some time. And that is the exact life she wanted was to have the career which she loved already, and she's growing in that career, and that's amazing. And she wanted to have a partner and a family, and she was wanting that, but at the same time delaying it without really realizing because she was afraid of feeling disappointment. She was afraid of feeling failure again. She was afraid of feeling hurt again. And that's a very human thing that we do. When we are hurt before, if we haven't processed it, we don't really want to do that again. And that's very understandable. So that's why she wasn't having the exact life she wanted. Now we started working with her to really get down to being very honest with ourselves, right? Like if we're like very deep down honest with ourselves, what is it that we really want? And her answer was she wants to have the amazing job, the humanitarian work she loves, and she wants to have a family and a partner. That's the truth. That's the exact life she wanted. But because she was afraid of feeling that, she didn't allow herself, excuse me, to think about how to come to live that exact life she wanted. And that's the part that we're working on to befriend those emotions, feelings, to understand how you can allow feelings, how to process feelings, how to allow feelings to go through, how to be not afraid of those feelings. And once she masters that, then she will know that there's nothing really stopping her from achieving the exact life and living the exact life she wants to. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why I really, really want to advocate for you to think about what is it really stopping you from living the exact life you want to. And if you're someone who's already living the exact life you want to, you can also challenge yourself to think, what is it really stopping you from living the life beyond your wildest dreams, whatever that is? Now, let's talk about why that would be amazing, or why we should go for that, go like the at least living the exact life we want to. Why that's important? Because that will require us to be really owning our truth, to be being the person we want to and doing the things that we want to that truly matters to us. That we don't delay those things, that we start being vulnerable, but at the same time courageous enough to go after what we really want because we don't want to settle to the compromises, because we don't want to be sacrificing our dreams, because we really know that whenever we say that that's what matters to us, we actually make that happen. Now imagine what kind of an example we set for ourselves, what kind of pride we create by doing it, but also what kind of example we set for our loved ones. What kind of examples we set for our loved ones to say that when we say this is what's important to us, we actually go and create it, or we actually go and do it. We actually go and spend time. We actually create the time. We no longer use our work as an excuse for not doing what we really want to do. We no longer be the person who is busy or keep showing the like the image of being busy, but in reality we're just struggling to keep up with our things because we're so tired of keep forcing ourselves. And we don't want to be doing that repetition again, especially the one that we don't really want to. And we show to our loved ones, to ourselves, that we're that powerful, that strong, and we're believing in ourselves and our dreams so much so that we're willing to just go for exact life we want to. Now, if we want to even go further, then we can start thinking about what would be like living the life beyond our wildest dreams. And why wouldn't we go for that, especially knowing that we only get to live once at least? that we are aware of. Right? Why wouldn't we do that? Why would we be the one who limits ourselves to go to living the life beyond our wildest dreams? And I would love to advocate to go at least for living the exact life you want to, and deciding what that is for you, and deciding that you are the person who can live your exact life the way you want to, the way you want to spend time, the way you want to create the impact, the way that you want to have your freedom, the way you want to have the money you want to. And all of that is possible if we know how to understand, how to listen to our emotions, feelings, how to feel them, how to allow them, how to be with them when we fail, how to be with them when we're disappointed, how to be with ourselves and take care of ourselves, even when we feel vulnerable, when we feel hurt. Because if we're avoiding all of those things, we will get that in the place where we don't want to be, or in the place where we're not having the exact life. We will have those feelings anyway, or keep avoiding them. And by keep avoiding them, we'll create other feelings that we don't want to. And in order not to do that, why not just try for living the exact life we want to, whether it means in the humanitarian setting or outside of it, whether it means having the humanitarian career and the partner and the family you want to, or having that and spending time with your loved ones, or going to somewhere else and creating that from zero, or going somewhere else creating from where you left. That could be you. And if the only skill that we need, because we have so many other skills already, we are so courageous already, we are so trusting when it comes to certain adventures or certain commitments or certain missions that we are given, that we are so trusting that we can do that, even if it's the most dangerous thing on earth. We have so many skills of how to learn new skills, how to learn new ways of creating problem solving. We have all of that already. What we don't have oftentimes is that we don't really feel all the feelings, and we don't really feel the feeling of trust, so much so that we're willing and committed to creating and living the life in the exact way we want to. And that's the one that I would love to help you teach and learn and really get so good at it that you start thinking, I am willing to feel all the things on the way to living my life in the exact way I want to, even if it means setting boundaries, even if it means shooting for the impossible things, even if it means believing in new things that you have never believed before, even if it means going after what you really want, even though everyone else might be saying that's not really a good idea. So, my dears, I really, really want you to use this tool of thinking about how we have three at least lifestyle choices that we have available. And we tend to use a lot the first one of the repetitive lifestyle, where we keep repeating the same things over and over with some minor or incremental differences. But if we don't want that, especially the parts that we don't like, then it's time to get to creating the life in the exact way we want. Why not? So challenge yourself, challenge your mindset, challenge your belief system. If you're having difficulty challenging, come over. I want to help you challenge them. And then get your true answers. And the answers could be something like, I want to live in the exact way I want to. And this is the truth. And I'm struggling to experience these feelings, and that's okay. We get to understand how to work with them, how to understand them, how to feel them, how to allow them. And once we know how to do that, then we can then start working on how to get to living the exact life that we want. So I highly, highly recommend, invite you to work on exploring your own ways of what that exact life could look like. And what are the feelings that you would need to feel in order to get to those exact life? And start getting coaching on that and get to live that exact life as of now. Have an amazing week and weekend and speak to you next time. Bye.